morning, students. Today we are going to have a new topic, musical instruments. Now, I have given about 3 to 4 links which are related with this topic. You will compulsorily go through these links and view these animation or animated videos for the information. Now there are some types of musical instruments. All of you are aware what are musical instruments. Now think in your mind and say which instruments you are aware of. Now in schools, what you have seen? You have seen the flute in the bands, then drum sets you have seen, then harmonium, tabla or keyboard. These all instruments you have seen, right? And in the processions you might have seen the dole. Okay, and you know all the instruments are played by using the different techniques. So based on the techniques used for playing the instruments are categorized. See there, types of musical instruments, the various techniques used for playing the instruments. Now which all are the techniques? Now first there are 4 types. Okay, first in that is instruments played by plucking the strings. Strings means what? Are you aware what are strings? Strings means thread-like structures. But these are not made of the fibrous material. Okay, it is these strings of the instruments are made of the metals. So these are the metallic strings, and metals have the property of creating or producing the sound. That is why the strings are used in the musical instruments. Plucking means by giving them the vibrations. Now I think this year you have the sound lesson in science. In this lesson you will be learning about how the sound is produced. Sound is produced due to the vibrations. And by plucking means what? What is the meaning of plucking? Plucking means you have to just shake that string. So when it have such certain movement called as vibration, it produces the sound. So these instruments have stretched strings made of metals, and when those are plucked or given the movement with the help of a finger, then it produces a melodious sound. Okay. Then second is percussion instruments. These are like dhol, tabla, drum sets. Okay, these all are called as percussion instruments. What is the meaning of percussion? Percussion means there will be a stretch membrane on these instruments, and it is so much stretched when it is hit with the help of your hand or a stick. Then it creates the vibration on that surface and it produces the sound. So this is called as a percussion. So these instruments are called as percussion instruments. See the spelling, Percussion. Percussion means giving a hit on the stretched membrane or the surface of the instrument. That is called as a percussion. Okay, then vocal instruments. Vocal means you might have heard there is a vocal cord in our throat. There is a sound box, voice box, because of which we can speak, we can make the sound. Okay, so it exactly works with the help of the air. Okay, so we can produce different sounds with the help of our voice box. In the same way, some musical instruments are there which can have the adjustment. You can say which can have an adjustment to adjust the column of the air, and because of the air column, length of the air column is decreased or increased, it produces different sound notes or musical notes. So these are called as vocal instruments. Okay, example like flute, shehnai, bugle. Okay, so these are the vocal instruments which are played by blowing air through your mouth. we can produce the musical notes. Okay. Then last type of the musical instrument, technique of the musical instrument is instruments played with the keyboard. Keyboard, all of you are aware what this word, because we all use the computer. Computer also has the keyboard. In the same way, the musical instruments have, some of the musical instruments also have the keyboard, but those are not having any characters or numbers written in that. There are two colored buttons or keys on that board. Sorry. There are two types of keys or buttons on the board which are black and white in color. By pressing these keys, different types of musical notes are produced. So this also works with the help of air. Okay. So this is also, you can say, this is not blown with your mouth, or the air is not blown in this instrument with your mouth, but there are some adjustment, like harmonium. You might have seen your music sir always plays harmonium. So he is keeping one hand on the keyboard and another hand on the bellow, air bellow. Okay, for adjusting the air. So because of that, the sound is produced. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Now see, these are the some vocal instruments. Some of the vocal instruments I have shown in the picture. These are the bugle. Then there are second and fourth picture is a flute. You can see there are some holes on the flute. Okay, in the same way on the bugle also we have the some buttons or the holes for adjusting the air columns. Okay, this is mouth organ. Third picture is a mouth organ. This is also a vocal instrument. Okay, so we'll see what is vocal instrument. See here in the first paragraph I have given you some information about the voice box of the human beings. See, I'll read out the information. The human voice consists of sound made by a human being using a vocal tract. Vocal tract means vocal cord. There is a column, okay, such as talking, singing, laughing, crying, screaming, shouting and yelling, etc. Okay, see these examples like talking, singing, laughing, crying. Okay, these examples are given, and everywhere the sound quality or sound texture is different. We can understand if any person is singing because that is said in the particular way. Talking loudly or with a slow voice or soft voice, that also we can understand. Laughing also makes the different sound. Crying, screaming, shouting, all these make different kinds of sound. Then how is it possible? This is possible because of the voice box and the vocal cord. Okay, so we adjust the air column with the help of this vocal cord and different types of sounds are produced. The human voice frequency is specifically a part of human sound production in which the vocal folds are primary sound source. You can search on the internet about the voice box and get some more information for your knowledge. Okay, so it will be helpful. See, you always should be curious about these things, how it works. Okay, don't do the laziness. Okay, leave it. Okay, करता रहेगा काम. No, it's not like that. Okay, you have to be very keen in knowing such things. So you can use the internet rather than playing the games and wasting your time. You can spend your time in gaining these type of knowledge. Okay, now second paragraph, second point I have given about the vocal instrument. Okay, we are comparing the vocal instruments with the human vocal cord or voice box. The working of the vocal instrument is similar as our voice box. The way the humans can produce different types of sound in the same manner by adjusting the voice columns, the various kinds of musical notes are produced. Now you can see how many who I have given again the picture of bansuri or flute. Okay, you can see there are 7 holes. Can you see that? Count those. One is at the uppermost part and down there are 6 consecutive holes. Now when if we have observed the someone is playing the flute, you might have seen they make the movements of the finger to produce the different sound notes, right? Okay, then what they are doing, they are blocking the air column there. Okay, by putting the fingers you can see only one finger they open and make that column adjusted. Okay, so how much the air column length is more, the different sound note will be produced. Understood this? Okay, and try to get the knowledge about this also. Now let's see in the now second technique, that is by plucking the strings. As I said, the strings of these musical instruments are made of the metal, right? Not of any fiber or cotton. What will happen if we use the cotton string? It will be breaking because it is not having that much strength as of the metal. So always the strings of the musical instruments are made of the metal. Okay, so here I have shown different types of instruments which are played by plucking the strings. Tanpura, then this third one is what you say, harp, it is called as. Then last one is guitar. Okay, now string instruments make the sound with vibrating strings, and the pitch is modified by the thickness, tension and length of the string. Now tension means not that mental tension here. Tension means how much it is stretched, how much it is tight or loose, that is the tension. Okay, so thickness, purposely I have given the picture of harp here, or guitar might be, but it is in a close-up. You can see there are 6 strings and each string has different thickness. The left side first, that is very thin, then second one comparatively it is thicker, then the first one from the right side, it is very thick. So the sound quality or the musical notes will be produced based on the thickness of the string, tension of the string and the length, how much long it is. It all depends upon that. Then here also I have given one link. You can copy the link in Google and you can view this animation also related with the string instruments. Okay. Now percussion. As I said, there will be a membrane, stretched membrane, and when we hit these membrane, then it produces the vibration causing the production of the sound. Right? So here dholki is given, then drum set I have given, and I have given tabla. Okay. Many more instruments are there which are played with the technique of the percussion. Then percussion instrument includes any instrument that makes a sound when it is hit, shaken or scratched. Okay, here you might have seen someone playing tabla or dolki or drum set. What happens when that person hits on that membrane? Then it produces the sound due to the vibration caused. Okay, so here also one link is given about the percussion instruments. You can view this. Okay, next one is, this is the last one, last type, instruments played with the keyboard. As I said, there are 2 colors in the keys. See here I have shown you the keyboard, different keyboards, and all the keyboards are having white and black keys. Here third one is the harmonium. Okay, here also you can see the bellow which is having the uh, adjustment or the what you say arrangement of filling or leaving the air also, and because of that it can produce the different sound. Okay, see, a keyboard is a musical instrument played using a keyboard or rows of levers which are pressed by the fingers. Okay, some of them play with both the hands, some of them play it with the single hand. The harmonium is normally played with single hand. Okay, because other hand will be engaged in pressing that below. Here also I have given one link to show how these keyboards, or it is related with the musical instruments also. Everyone will be going through all the links I have provided which are related, and these are all in the animated form, so you will gain more knowledge from this, actually how it works. So you should enjoy in observing all the links. Okay, so let's move. Now, here some more information about noise, sound and music I have given. What is the difference? The difference between the noise, sound and music. Now, here are 4 points I have given. What is noise? What is the definition of the noise? Noise is the sound that is unpleasant, which is never giving us the pleasure, or which never makes us happy. That is the noise. And irritating, it disturbs our mind. That is called as a noise. So what is the definition of the noise? The sound that is unpleasant and irritating to us is noise. Okay, now what is sound? Okay, sound, the frequency. See, whenever any vibration, see, what is the reason to produce the sound? The sound is produced due to the vibration. Vibration means shaking. Okay, so that is called, the other name is the frequency. The frequency that causes no irritation is called the sound. It is not harming, or it doesn't make us irritated. That is called as a sound. The frequency that causes no irritation is called sound. Then what is music? See, all these are related words. All are related, but there is difference. Okay, you should feel the difference. You should be able to understand. Everyone knows what is noise, what is sound, what is music, what are musical instruments. But if we ask you what it is, please define or explain. Hardly some of you will be able to understand this. Okay, so I want to put this thought in your mind that you should always think in the other way. What is the difference? So you should try to find it out yourself. Okay. So now third point is music. What is music? The sound that is pleasant. Of course, music is giving us the pleasure. Pleasant and has a particular rhythm and pitch is called music. The sound that is pleasant. I feel that everyone loves to listen the music, right? Okay, the dancers also, they love to have the music. Without the sound, without the music, they can't dance. So music, the sound that is pleasant and particular, has a particular rhythm and pitch is called music. Okay, then last point in this is musical instruments. Now all of you might have guessed what it must be. The instruments, those are used to produce musical notes. Okay, can everyone of us play the musical instruments? No. Okay, with fun playing the musical instruments, it is different, but actually professionally playing the musical instrument is different. It is a talent, it is an art. The instruments, those are used to produce musical notes, are called musical instruments. Okay, so hope all of you have enjoyed this topic. So I'll be providing you the PDF. So write the notes properly in your notebooks. Keep your notebook always updated. Don't do the laziness that I'll do it tomorrow. Children, remember, tomorrow never comes. Do the work on that particular day itself, so there will be no backlog. And there will be no need of asking any PDF, I lost this, I have deleted this. So complete your work on that particular day itself. Okay, now you are grown enough to handle these many notes. Sitting at your home, you are making yourself busy in good things. That is very good. Instead of wasting your time, utilize this time for self-study and updating yourself. Okay, bye children. See you in the next week.
Sarojini Naidu was an Indian political activist and a poet. Poet, all of you know, who writes a poem is called a poet. And political activist means those who take part in the political activities. So being lady, she was taking part in political activities also, and she fought for India's struggle also. So she was an important figure in India's struggle of independence from colonial rule. Her work as a poet earned her the sobriquet Nightingale of India by Mahatma Gandhi. Sobriquet means the title given. Why she was called as Nightingale? Now what is the meaning of Nightingale? Nightingale is a bird who sings very melodiously. So why she might have given this sobriquet? Because she used to sing in very melodious voice. That is why she was titled as Nightingale of India, and who labeled her in that way, who titled her in that way? Mahatma Gandhi. And another achievement of hers was she became the first woman to be the governor of India. She was the first woman governor of India. So few of the leaders we have covered through this lesson of general knowledge. This is not an end. We have many more leaders who had done great works for the country. But there is limit for the lesson. So I am ending this lesson here. Whatever is given in the PDF, you need to copy it. This is the third lecture for 7th standard. Hope you have completed all the PDF notes in your notebooks. Thank you, children.